The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present this amazing state tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's hometown pride, it's hopes and dreams, it's our future leaders, it's a reason to do more and be more. And it's that farm strong spirit that can only be found in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes and coaches on a successful year, and remember, today's successes are just the beginning of tomorrow's achievements.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe it. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Frank, when you think Fairway, you think fresh. Is that the winning culture you've tried to create?
Penelope Pineapple, what an unbelievable produce performance. How does your team stay so fresh?
Sunkissed Orange. Is it true Fairway has offered the freshest produce in town since 1938?
What can we say? Our produce is so fresh, we're speechless.
Good evening. Welcome to Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines for the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Dar Danielson here alongside Zarin Egestal as we get ready for this matchup tonight. Remsen St. Mary's taking on Martensdale-St. Mary's in the 1A quarterfinal. And they always give me the games where I'm going to get tripped up. Two St. Mary's here, Zarin, so we'll keep that straight throughout the ball game here.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's going to be an absolute awesome game between these two teams. Should be a lot of fun tonight.
These two teams, we know Remsen was lost in the semifinals to the eventual champion last year in 1A, and Martensdale-St. Mary's, they've kind of established a tradition too here in girls sports.
Yeah, absolutely. Martensdale-St. Mary's lost in the first round last year, lost in the first round in 2020. Those were the last two appearances since they won a state title in 2011, and Coach Tim Baker was the coach of that 2011 state title team, trying to get them back to there.
Well, let's have you take a look at their road to state here.
Yeah, absolutely. For Martensdale-St. Mary's, they defeated Fremont Mills in the Region 3 championship. They score 61 points per game, which is 7th best in Class 1A. They also make a ton of threes. They are best in Class 1A when it comes to that, with almost 10 threes per game, actually in all the classes. Sophia Shannon averaging almost 15 points per game, also grabs about 6 boards per game as well. And then you have Brynlyn Garman, who has about 13.5 points per game, about 6.5 assists and 5 rebounds per game there for Martensdale-St. Mary's.
So we might see some balls going up from outside today.
Definitely from Martensdale-St. Mary's, yeah, for sure.
All right, we're getting ready for the start of this 1A quarterfinal here. The winner advances to meet Newell Fonda in the semis on this side of the bracket. When we come back, we'll take a little bit deeper dive into today's game with our Seeds for Success presented by Channel Seeds. And then we'll have your starting lineup and get this tipped off here as you're watching the Girls 2024 State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Digital Network powered by Mid-American Energy.
This is our son, Sebastian. In 2021, he took half a pill he didn't know was counterfeit.
That tiny pill contained enough fentanyl to kill him almost instantly. Kids buy them on social media and share them with their friends, not realizing how dangerous they are.
Please talk to your kids about not taking anything that's not directly prescribed to them.
Our child will never get to grow up, but we want yours to be able to.
In Iowa, we all play by the same rules. Hard work pays off, practice makes perfect, success is something you earn, and teamwork helps us all be winners. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics. Because on our team and on yours, what we bring to the table is what brings us all together. Learn more about our commitment to Iowa at iowapork.org.
When you choose Delta Dental of Iowa, you set a chain of good in motion because we invest in your community. So whether you get your plan at work or purchase it through us, you get more than great dental and vision insurance. You make a difference for others. Choose Delta Dental for your smile, for your health, and for your community.
Welcome back to the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. We're getting ready for the 1A quarterfinal, and time now for today's Seeds for Success, brought to you by Channel. The enhanced Channel seed brand is here to help farmers like you up your game and rise to the challenge. Learn more at channel.com/rise. Zarin Egestal, let's talk about those seeds.
Yeah, let's start first with our Seeds for Success for Martensdale-St. Mary's. What do they do best? What do we talk about they do best? Well, they make three-pointers. They're the best in any class in making threes this year. What's the best way to be able to make threes? Move the basketball around from the arc, move it inside, move it outside, and rebound. You get a ton of threes off of grabbing a rebound. If it's not there to put it back up, you kick it out for a three-pointer. So those are going to be our Seeds for Success for Martensdale-St. Mary's. Move the ball, and you got a rebound. On the other side, when it comes to Remsen St. Mary's, they need total defense, whether it's defense in the half court, defense in the full court. On this team, when they're wanting to shoot those threes like that, you have to be able to pick them up early. Otherwise, they're going to be able to dribble up, find their spot, find a girl, look ahead to knock down a three. So it's got to be total defense for Remsen St. Mary's. And then they're one of the most balancing acts as far when it comes to scoring out of any team around here. They've got 3 girls that have scored over 1,000 points so far this year, or in their careers, and they're all right around the same when it comes to points per game. 4 different girls right around the same points per game. So they got to be balanced in their scoring tonight.
All right, those are today's Seeds for Success, brought to you by Channel Seeds. We'll take a final break here before we get the introductions and the tip-off and get this 1A quarterfinal underway at the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
You're watching the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy, as we're getting ready for the 1A quarterfinal here. Remsen St. Mary's, the Hawks, taking on Martensdale-St. Mary's, the Blue Devils. And we are just about ready to go to our public address announcer for the starting lineups. Well, the introduction of the teams and the starting lineups overall. As the winner of this one will play Newell Fonda Friday at 3:15 in the semifinal.
Newell looked really good in their quarterfinal win over Kalamazoo-Wheatland a moment ago. So,
who won that other game?
North Lynn and Council Bluffs St. Albert's. That's going to be a really good matchup, and the winner of that is going to have their hands full with the winner of this game and Newell Fonda. So, really good 1A field.
I was kind of watching a little bit at work before he came over. So now let's go to our PA address announcer.
Basketball fans, and welcome to tonight's 2024 Girls State Basketball 1A quarterfinal matchup featuring the Martensdale-St. Mary's Blue Devils and the Remsen St. Mary's Hawks. Fans, tradition is an important part of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union's storied history. Because our past is an integral part of what we do today, we ask that everyone in attendance please join in a round of applause to show our appreciation to all the women who have participated in high school athletics in Iowa. Once an Iowa girl, always an Iowa girl. Now at this time, the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and the Iowa Farm Bureau would like to recognize the outstanding sportsmanship shown by Martensdale-St. Mary's High School and Remsen St. Mary's High School. In recognition of the importance of good sportsmanship, each state qualifying school was asked to nominate a spectator who represents their school and community in a sportsmanlike manner. Carly Rich, a member of the IGHSAU Student Athlete Advisory Committee, will present each nominee with a certificate of recognition and a $250 check payable to their school's scholarship fund. Please join us in honoring these individuals whose decorum and respect for others serves as a model for all spectators attending interscholastic events. From Martensdale-St. Mary's High School, Jill Gavin. And from St. Mary's Remsen High School, Randy Gergen. The Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union promotes good sportsmanship by participants, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants, officials, and spectators in a positive manner. Profanity, racial, sexist, or abusive comments, or intimidating actions directed at officials, participants, coaches, team representatives, or event personnel will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal. We thank you for your cooperation and invite you to just enjoy the game. Fans, it's now time to introduce the players in tonight's 1A quarterfinal matchup. First of all, here are your non-starters and assistant coaches for the Martensdale-St. Mary's Blue Devils. Number 1, Carson Oberender. Number 4, Autumn Elbert. Number 10, Riley Kentfield. Number 20, Elena Oberbrocking. Number 21, Catherine Ballard. Number 24, Riley Fugate. Number 42, Samantha Blaisdell. And 44, Carly Franey. Assistant coach for the Blue Devils, Dean Furness. Now here's your non-starters and assistant coaches for the St. Mary's Hawks. Number 11, Hallie Bunkers. Number 13, Mia Mackin. Number 20, Grace Gallus. Number 30, J.C. Holman. And 32, Tessa Tentinger. Your assistant coaches, Joe Luch and Melissa Jensen. And now, here are your starters for this 1A quarterfinal. For Martensdale-St. Mary's at guard, a 5'5" junior number 0, Ellie Baker. For Remsen-St. Mary's at guard, a 5'7" senior number 10, Carbendy Ricky. For the Blue Devils at guard, a 5'6" senior number 2, Brindley German. At center for the Hawks, a 5'10" senior number 14, Claire Schrader. At guard for Martensdale-St. Mary's, a 5'5" senior number 12, Carolyn Empar. At guard for St. Mary's, a 5'10" senior number 21, Whitney Jensen. For the Blue Devils at forward, a 5'10" senior number 23, Sophia Shannon. For the Hawks at guard, a 5'9" senior number 23, Maya Bunkers. And for Martensdale-St. Mary's at forward, a 5'7" senior number 32, Campbell German. Remsen-St. Mary's at guard, a 5'6" senior number 24, Hallie Gallus. Head coach for the Blue Devils is Tim Baker, and for the Hawks, Scott Willman. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if I could introduce to you our officials for tonight's 1A quarterfinal as assigned by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Dwayne Johnson, Alan Drees, Mark Jansen, and your bench official, Cody Buzzell. All right, who's ready for state tournament basketball?
All righty, I'm ready. Are you ready, Zarin?
I sure am.
Before we begin today's game, we'd like to once again thank the Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor, the Girls High School Athletic Union, for their support. Iowa Farm Bureau has an office located in each county across Iowa. Thank you, Iowa Farm Bureau, for supporting the IGHSAU and the Iowa Girls. Here we go, Remsen-St. Mary's and Martensdale-St. Mary's. Ready to tip it up. Claire Schrader will step in against Sophia Shannon. And it's tapped back to the Hawks of Remsen-St. Mary's. They'll start with the ball. Ricky gets it now, lobs it down low, battle for it, and a push is called. A foul right away underneath.
Yeah, Martensdale-St. Mary's trying to kind of pack it in the inside to stop that inside move, and just a little bit too much of a push.
Amfar with the foul early here. Ricky looks, gets it over on the wing. Tumble inside. Schrader rotating it around. Over to Jensen, now back up top to Ricky. Tight defense early.
Well, Martensdale-St. Mary's knows that there's so many good shooters on this Remsen team. You mentioned how balanced they are, so you got to guard everybody.
You can't sag much up top, can you? No, you got to stay right there. Ricky falls down. Ball's going to roll around, be picked up by Brindley German. So they work the shot clock down, no shot. Here's a shot the other way, a three, good!
What do we say? Martensdale-St. Mary's, they lead all classes. Oh, now we got a foul here, but they lead all classes in three-point makes, and they start off with a three-point make.
Well, Amfar shot over 200 of them,
yeah,
and made 70-some of them.
Yeah.
You see the replay here. And the foul goes against Campbell German.
Yeah, just trying to get sticky, trying to get a steal after you get a three, keep that momentum, try to get a steal and a bucket the other way. Just got hand caught in the cookie jar.
Yeah. Inside, push up, no good. The miss by Bunkers. Rebound comes off, but taken away right under the basket, up and good.
That's
by
that
Jensen.
That's that total defense that I mentioned for Remsen-St. Mary's. You got to be good in the front court. You got to be good in the back court on defense.
And I was always taught never throw it across the lane, and that time it worked against him, and it's picked off by Ricky. for Remsen. She dribbles in, bounces it out to Bunkers. There's a three, no good, short. And there's a foul called.
Yeah, they're going to get that foul against Remsen St. Mary's as Bunkers ran into her trying to go after that ball, so Bunkers can get charged for a foul there.
So just the first team foul. And a little pressure here by Remsen, but quickly dribbling through it as Brindley German kicks it outside. There's a two off, no good. And the rebound comes down to Ricky. She quickly outlets it up the floor to Jensen. She's stripped by Maya Bunkers. And a good job to strip that ball away without fouling her.
It is, and you look at the run out there for Remsen if you watch it ahead. That's what they like to do too. They like to get behind the defense and go for a run out.
So under their own bucket, they lob it in deep, and she can go in the backcourt and get that. Ricky, the senior, brings it up. Over to Jensen. Schrader back up top. Gallus looks inside. Ricky drives, puts it up a little hard off the glass. Rebound battle for Ricky. Somehow pulls that out of there. And they get a new shot clock inside, and a travel call on Schrader as she went to turn around, felt the pressure behind her.
Yeah, relentless defense here by Remsen St. Mary's. Got them the ball back, but then just a little bit too much with the feet. Again, they're going to set up that full court defense.
And they get it into Brindley German. She gets it back to Campbell German. And Dishoff fakes the three, does Amphar, and they'll reset it.
Yeah, that was a play designed to try to get Amphar a three. She didn't pull the trigger on it, though.
Brindley German slices through the defense and draws the foul.
They got it on Bunkers.
Bunkers, her second.
Yep.
Free throw is good by Brindley German.
And Brindley is a 64% free throw shooter on the season. That was her 66th make of the season out of 101 attempts.
That one rolls off. And it's a 4-2 lead early for Martensdale. Ricky will pull it out. Now over on the wing to Haley. Bunkers is in there. She puts up the three, no good. Ricky gets the rebound, and drives through, but she traveled. Yeah, I thought she took one extra step there, but if you're playing in the NBA, you can do that, but not.
yeah, she's got to put the ball on the floor one more time before she goes up with that shot. Obviously, it's one of those things that's playing on this big stage. I know you've been here before. A lot of these girls have for both teams, but still, first game of the tournament.
Carly Freeney comes in after the turnover there for an IMT insurance substitution. And Ricky all over Shannon as she brings it up. Now gets it off on the drive. German loses the handle, and she traveled too.
Yep.
Caught her on her knee, and she just couldn't get the hand back down to dribble it.
Yep. Yeah, she was at the free throw line when she picked that ball up and then ended up about the baseline. So,
as you mentioned, we're playing belly button defense. Both teams right up in their faces on defense, aren't they?
That's what they like to do. Remsen a little bit more than Martensdale, but yeah.
Ricky drives in, has it stolen away. Back the other way. Baker gets it stripped at the end, and a foul is called.
Yeah.
On Jensen.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Hey, let's make her earn it from the free throw line. So that's what they're going to do. They're going to make her go to the free throw line. Ellie Baker, and make her earn it from the free throw line.
So it'll be the third team foul here as Baker goes to the line and misses the first one. She's shooting about 57% from the line. She'll get one more. Takes her time here. Puts that one up a little short. And here comes the Hawks. Just about halfway through the first quarter. Slow scoring early, but that's due to the defense.
Yeah, only 6 points combined between the teams.
Ricky to Jensen. She drives the middle, pops out of there. And a rebound pulled down by Brindley German. Still trying to get a handle on it. Throws it up ahead to Baker. Baker decides to pull it out and get it set up in the half-court set. There's a three, short. Long rebound comes out taken by Haley Gallus.
Yeah, Martin's still trying to get in those threes.
Yep, quickly the other way to Bunkers. Now back out. This knocked away, but it'll stay with the Hawks. Off the hands of Amphar.
Keep the shot clock at 24 with the just tip out of bounds. So
in is Tessa Tettinger for Remsen St. Mary's for an IMT insurance substitution. Learn how you can be worry-free at IMTIMS.com. They're sponsoring all our substitutions here today.
And Fugate, who was playing defense there, she also just checked in off the bench for Martensdale-St. Mary's.
Thank you for catching that for me.
A freshman.
Seen a few of those, some good ones here so far in the tourney. That on the ball between Ricky, and that'll be a tie-up that'll go to the Blue Devils.
The extra effort here at the state tournament, it takes the extra effort to win these games, and that's extra effort right there. Now you get the ball back to your team with the jump ball.
And Martensdale St. Mary's will bring it up now. Franey now
out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Yeah, just a tough pass.
I was blocked by that high official here. I couldn't see where it went.
The official, and then there was about five girls right there in your sight line.
Well, that's what you're here for.
Yeah.
My second set of eyes. Inside on the post. Going to kick it back out for three. A little long. Rebound comes off. German off to the races. Ricky comes down, knocks it away. On the floor, a scramble, and then there's a whistle.
I think they're going to call foul here. Yeah, they're going to get Fugate.
Riley Fugate. Their first personal now. Each team with 3 team fouls.
30 seconds.
And Remsen St. Mary's will take a timeout. So we'll let you know about Central College. Level up your game at Central College. More than half of Central students participate in intercollegiate athletics because Central allows you to pursue your passions and be more than a spectator. It's the best decision ever. Apply at central.edu. Well, Zarin, what are you seeing here early on in this one?
Well, both these two teams are getting uncomfortable offensively because of the two teams' defense so far. Martensdale-St. Mary's was able to knock down a 3-point basket, but it's been really tough for them shooting on this side of the court. And Remsen, that defense hasn't quite turned into as much offense as I'm sure they would want to, so that's probably the conversation right now.
We're seeing the run out, but the defenses are both getting back so quick. Yeah. There's no chance to, go in and get an easy layup. Everything's been contested, hasn't it?
Yeah, and Remsen's specialty is getting behind defenses. They don't play a whole lot of teams that are as quick as they are, but this Martensdale-St. Mary's team, they are a quick team.
And 5 minutes in, Remsen's saying we only scored 2 points, but they're only down 2 points here, the way it's going right now.
Yeah, 23-0 on the season. Haven't been down much this year.
Here's the Hawks. Drive in is Ricky, knocked away, and they can't handle it. And here again, the defense kind of forces an errant pass and pressure.
Yeah. And Martensdale, they have a couple of losses on the year, but they're really good teams. Solon, Des Moines Christian, Southeast Polk, Panorama, Eddiesville, Blakesburg, Fremont. What's the theme there, Dar? The state tournament teams.
Yeah, playing teams that a little up in class and playing the tournament. Brindley German back in for another IMT insurance substitution. And here come the Blue Devils. Hand off to German. Brindley German outside, spins, ball's knocked away to Campbell German. Back over to Brindley. Campbell thinks about the three, but she's quickly picked up there. Trying to find some gaps in the defense, moving it around. Brindley German drives the shot clock down to 7 and knocked away the rebound and comes up. The Blue Devils get it. Back over. Three-pointer, no good. By Franey. Now knocked away again by the Blue Devils.
Yeah, extra effort. A third opportunity now.
Lob it in there to Freeney. She can't get to it.
Oh.
But
they're going to
talk about they're going to talk about this.
Yeah. So she threw it off of the defender, and they thought that it went off the defender. Okay, they're going to change it.
Good officiating, though. Yeah. They talked it over. Because you aren't always on the right angle to see where that ball's going, and they.
That's why we have 3 of them.
Yep. See, We just saw the quick replay there. Now here's a long lob out, handled by Baker. She gets it over to German, Campbell German. She'll put up the three, but has it. Well, was that a lob? It was a lob, but anyway. Whatever it was, Baker came out with a point here, a bucket.
Yeah.
Up the lead to 6.
It wasn't a pass, but it turns into a pass.
6-2 here. Driving in, kicking out for 3. No good. And so far, Remsen having trouble with those baseline threes finding the range here.
Yeah, Martensdale really packing it in.
Here's a 3 the other way. No, short. German gets the rebound tied up with Jensen, and they go down. The held ball will go to Remsen. And
yeah. How many jump balls? We've seen a ton of jump balls because the extra effort by all these girls.
Always grabbing now. 3 subs in now. 2 for Martensdale, 1 for Remsen for an IMT insurance substitution. One of them back in is Tessa Tettinger. And that one is going to just be touched by Amfar.
Tettinger, a very athletic name at Remsen as well. A lot of really good athletes have bared the Tettinger name.
Now Remsen with the ball. Ricky throws it inside. Now back outside to Schrader. Over to Jensen, back to Ricky, and a push is called underneath.
I think Campbell German's going to get called for this one. She was down there fighting for position. Yeah, she was down there fighting for position and just a little bit too much aggressive on that push. So she has to.
That'd be her second, yeah. And it is the 4th team foul, so a foul here is 2 shots. Not a lot of time left, but still it could send you to the line. Looking to post up down there was Schrader. Now Ricky drives, throws it up, gets her own rebound, puts it back up and good.
Yeah, just stay with it. Follow your shot, stay with it.
And we got a 2-point ball game with the shot clock off now, under 35 seconds. There's a 3 up high, no good. Rebound, tied up. And that one will stay with Martensdale-St. Mary's.
Yeah.
I haven't kept track, but we've had about 4 or 5 held balls, haven't we already?
We sure have, and they got a 3-point shot from Amfar there, didn't go. Now you're going to get an opportunity here with 20 seconds.
Grace Gallus comes in on the dead ball. Here's Sophia Shannon with it for the Blue Devils. She'll drive the lane. Looked like she took an extra step, but didn't. Out to German, and that one is long. And
it stays
on the line. With 8 seconds to go, the Blue Devils will get it under their own basket.
A third opportunity now. She stepped on that baseline. It's one of those where she just grabbed the ball, and it's not her fault.
The trouble is when you get the ball, you got to worry about somebody slapping it away.
Yeah.
Hits the basket coming in, so that'll be turned over with no time off the clock.
Yep, the basket's out of bounds.
That frenetic pace, everybody's trying to play at it, and it's causing more mistakes, I think, offensively for both teams, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. That's the thing is, playing fast is good, but sometimes it causes you to also speed up everything else you're doing.
Plenty of time here, 8 seconds to get the ball up the floor and get a shot off here.
Oh, yeah, you can run the floor in half of that time.
For St. Mary's, they get it into bunkers. Now over to Jensen. Jensen drives. It almost stuck in the basket there, but comes down. And we've got a 6-4 first quarter here between the two St. Mary's. Stick around, it's a tight one at the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Here in Greater Des Moines, we're the unexpected sports mecca that feels like home. We are the big ballers, the little kickers, the underdogs, and the bulldogs. We've got events wacky and wild, big and small, we host them all. That old sports cliche, nobody believes in us? Nah, when you come here, you'll believe it. Because in Des Moines, only the S's are silent. Let's go!
Level up your game at Central College. More than half of Central students participate in intercollegiate athletics because Central allows you to pursue your passions and be more than a spectator. It's the best decision ever. Apply at central.edu. At the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau, Dar Danielson, Zara Negastal, not the two most famous people in the room because Governor Kim Reynolds is here.
Yep.
She played 6-on-6 basketball.
She sure did, an Iowa girl herself.
And not a high-scoring affair, but a good defensive affair if you like it. Put back up and good.
Yeah. Again, the second chances, second chance opportunities here for Remsen.
And that ties it up at 6. And here comes Martensdale-St. Mary's. German gets it inside, up, and no good. Rolls off for Shannon. Back the other way quickly. Gallus over to Ricky for 3. Good! Carmody Ricky finally found the range from 3. Missed a couple of those from the baseline.
Yeah, it's good to get that dialed in for Remsen. As I mentioned, 4 of those points so far in this game, almost half their points have been second chance opportunities for Remsen.
Makes you wonder what the coach said, in between the quarter here, but Remsen comes right out and gets 5 straight points. And down the lane, and a blocking foul will be called as German drives.
That's the other part of this Martensdale-St. Mary's team is they shoot a lot of threes, but you see right here on replay, you'll see this. They like to drive, too. If you're going to give them some space, they're going to take that space.
And did they give that to well, they said it wasn't shooting then, huh? Nope. And now, guess what? We got a tie-up. And that'll stay with Martensdale. Who'd they give the foul to there? Must have been Jensen.
Yeah. Yep.
So she's got 2. First team foul of the second quarter. Lob inside, but picked off by Jensen.
Yeah.
Bunkers up the floor, over to Ricky. Ricky drives, lobs it over. Jensen for 2, and it's good.
The answer's back. She picked up a foul a moment ago, confirmed it was on Jensen, and then knocks down the 2. Force a timeout.
So you got a 7-0 run here by Remsen St. Mary's to start the third quarter, and a timeout by Martensdale St. Mary's. We'll keep it right here. And it just seems like Remsen settled down, squared up, and hitting their shots, Aaron.
Yeah, and we talked earlier about defense. Remsen's very good defensively. We've seen that throughout the game, but now that defense has turned into offense here on the other side, it was kind of a little bit of a lid on the basket for a while for Remsen, but they're really starting to open it up. And it's because that balanced scoring, because Martensdale has to cover so many different girls. Somebody's got to be open. And they're finally finding that open girl for the 2.
Yeah, and maybe just a little bit, we've said this before, it doesn't matter how many times you're down here. You get that first game of the new state tournament, a new year, and it takes you that adrenaline and all that to settle down and find your shooting eye.
Yeah, both teams were here a year ago, and a lot of returners on both teams from both these 2 teams.
Baker over to Brindley German. German dribbles up top, looks at the 3, gets it off to Campbell German. Now back to Baker. Baker outside for 3, no good, short. And that one off of Remsen. And they'll get a new 35. Martensdale-St. Mary's will, the Blue Devils.
To expand on what I was just saying, everybody in the lineup that plays significant minutes for Remsen, the Hawks, all returned from last year's team that lost in the quarterfinals.
Over on the wing, Brindley German. She dribbles across, gets a screen there, but it's picked up on the switch. Now dribbles back inside, kicks it out. Back outside, looking for Freeney. Back over to Fugate. Under 10 seconds, and the ball is taken away, then foul called.
Yeah, Fugate's going to pick up one here on the reach, and one of those frustration fouls there.
Yeah, you get it picked off, and then you try to slap back and get called for the foul.
And anytime you do like a slapping motion, a lot of times you're going to get called for that. They're looking for that.
There was an IMT insurance substitution for you. Back in is Sophia Shannon. On the drive, bunkers, and they're going to call blocking foul.
You said earlier about the teamwork of the referees. Again, I want to point that out because both the referees, the one in the trail, and you'll see it here, maybe you can see it on camera, and the one on the baseline, they both blew their whistle. They looked at each other and said, yep, I got the same thing.
Yeah, I said blocking, yep, we got the same call there. There's a three that's way off by Ricky. And bunkers diving in there, trying to get it, dives into the camera people.
Yeah, she went for a head-first dive into those camera people.
But that's what we've been seeing the whole game so far. Everybody's down on the floor, swatting at the ball.
Yeah, and she's a softball player, too. She's going to play softball at Nyack next year. And, of course, those softball players, they like to dive after those. They like to dive after everything.
Well, she had a little bit of flip the script here as it took Remsen St. Mary's a long time to score in that first quarter. Now it's taken Martensdale. They haven't scored yet here in the second. As off the steal, back the other way with it. Comes Bunkers. Gets it into Ricky, up and good.
Yeah, just well executed there. Defense turns into offense for Remsen St. Mary's. And now for Martensdale St. Mary's, the pressure is on.
Yeah, it's a 9-0 run to start the second quarter. Ricky tried to get the steal there. They get it back over to Baker. Now on German. On the drive is Shannon, back over to Fugate. She drives, throws it up high, and the foul is going to be called on Schrader, I believe.
Yep, and Fugate will get a chance here from the free throw line. And this Martensdale St. Mary's team, they score quickly with all the three-pointers that they make, but also you don't want to fall behind too far. So when you get chances here from the free throw line for free points, you cash in like she does there.
Fugate did, yeah. Sometimes that's all it takes is seeing the ball go through the basket.
Yeah, as a shooter, no matter if it's a free throw or a two or then a three, you can just see it going once. I can keep doing that.
There they go. She converts the two free throws and cuts the lead down to 5. 13-8 here. Here's the Hawks with it. Down on the post. Turnaround up too hard. Rebound put back and good at one.
Yeah,
again, Haley Bunkers.
Again, a second chance opportunity for Remsen St. Mary's, and now a chance at a three-point play with that second chance opportunity.
And you see it, Amphar with the foul, her second. Team's third on Martensdale St. Mary's.
And Remsen also leading with the points in the paint. Remsen has scored now 8 points in the paint. Martensdale St. Mary's just 2.
Bunkers can't convert the old-fashioned three-point play.
But that's the 6th point off a turnover for Remsen so far in this game.
They get it up quick. Shannon now shoots it off. I don't know if she was blocked or was looking for a pass, but that goes off. Now into Ricky down the lane, up and no. Down and out. And then a tripping call on Whitney Jensen.
Yeah, Jensen's going to pick up a foul, and if the Iowa Wolves or the Iowa Wild were in town, that would be 2-minute minor for tripping, yeah.
For tripping. Well, we can feel the ice below us here, but
yeah.
Here comes Brindley German. Just down by 5 despite only getting 2 free throws here in the second quarter. Long three is off, no good. And both teams having trouble finding the range from threes here.
Yeah, and one thing I've noticed is Remsen is there. If you're up at the three-point line, they're going to guard you. But if you're, a few steps behind, they're going to let you take those. If you make a couple of them, you make a couple of them, but they're going to let you have those. That's what they did there.
On the drive, Bunkers in the kick, and then a travel called.
Yeah, just took an extra step.
Yep. Ira Bunkers to Haley Bunkers, the freshman, senior to freshman, and Haley took a shuffle of the feet. And with 3.5 to play, the Blue Devils come back.
Yeah, and a bucket here. They're right back in this game.
And off to Franey. Now over top to Brindley German. To Baker. She drives in. Boy, it's hard to get that defense moved around. They just move. Okay, inside. Franey up. No good. And Ricky with the rebound. So good help defense there. Kick it outside for three. Good!
Yeah,
Claire Schrader.
That was an assignment missed defensively for Martensdale-St. Mary's. They forgot about Schrader sitting out there. She was just camping.
Lead up to 10, the biggest lead of the game so far. Rotated around to German for three. Good! Or excuse me, Shannon for three.
Yeah, that one, we were right on line with that one. As soon as she let that go, it was going in.
Yeah, you could tell. She had the feet set and good follow through. 7-point game now. Try to go inside, knocked away, but they're going to call the push. I think that'll go on Shannon.
Yeah, yep. Martensdale-St. Mary's now just 2 of 10 from beyond the arc, so they are 1 of 9 before that swish a moment ago. So,
and that's the 4th team foul, so we're pushing the double bonus with the next one here with 2:24 to play in the first half. Down the lane, Ricky up, no good. Rebound comes off to Baker.
Yeah,
double
good.
team for a moment.
Good defense there.
Shannon will bring it up. Chance now to cut into that lead for the Blue Devils. Oh, Baker almost loses the handle on it. Over to Fugate, across the top to Franey. German has it knocked away as she tries to drive. Ricky picks her pocket.
Good half-court defense there by Remsen. Now they're looking inside, double team.
Yep, on the post, and turnaround is good by Schrader. She's got 5.
Yeah, and through that's the crazy thing is they were doubling her with that pass on the inside with the defense they're in.
Down the lane, German, up and good!
No.
An offensive foul, and it'll be waved off.
Yep, they're going to get an offensive there, so wave away with that basket. And we're going to watch it here, and yep.
Yeah, right in there.
Yep, feet are set.
And the only positive is it's an offensive foul. They go to 5,
yep.
So you're not shooting.
Yep.
But they, Remsen St. Mary's will be in the double bonus for any foul here on out that's not offensive. Down on the block with it. Tettinger up top to Ricky. Ricky drives. Gets it back out. Bunkers across the top to Schrader. Rotated over. There's a long 2 by Tettinger. Seems like Ricky is really penetrating more and forcing the defense to kind of collapse, isn't she?
Yeah, and with that zone defense, that they're going to collapse on that inside play. So just let her have the little 16-footer there.
So they've doubled up now. Here's a 3 by German. Good! Brindley German hits the 3 and answers back.
Yeah, third 3 of the game. Massive shot there for Martensdale-St. Mary's.
Cuts it below double digits. Still have the shot clock in play here, about a 10-second difference between the game clock and shot clock at the end of the first half. Ricky over to Gallus. Now down low, they kick it back out. Down on the post, turn around, Schrader, and they say
3 seconds
3
in the lane.
seconds, okay. Had to wait to see if he said walk or what it was, but 3 seconds, so. Now the shot clock will be off, and Martensdale-St. Mary's has a chance to whittle the lead down a little more right before the half. Up top to Franey. Over to Shannon. 10 seconds. German looked at the 3, but Ricky's right on her. She'll drive between the defense and draws the foul. Smart move there.
Yeah, absolutely.
She knew if she put up that 3, Ricky was probably going to block it.
Exactly. So pull it down, drive past her, get another foul on one of your opponents, and it's easier to shoot from the free throw line because nobody's in your face.
Tettinger got the foul there, and the first free throw is good.
And this Martensdale-St. Mary's team, they are electric shooters, not just 3-point shooters, but a lot of them shooting 80, 65, and 80%.
And German makes both free throws. She's 3 of 4 from the line. Has 6 points now here in the first half. And they come up with 3.5 to go. Almost picked off there by Baker. Down quickly, and they're not going to get a shot off here at the end of the quarter. 22-16 here at the half. We'll take a break and come back after this at the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Slade's the place for you!
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Here at the Girls State Basketball Tournament, presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by MidAmerican Energy. Dar Danielson, Zarin Egestal here at the halftime. Quick look at the numbers. What do you see there, Zarin?
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, we'll talk about the stats here in a little bit, but the biggest thing that jumps out to me is Martensdale-St. Mary's is shooting 27% from beyond the arc. They normally shoot a little bit better than that. We'll see if the percentages weigh out a little bit in the second half, but honestly, that's the difference in the game right now is a couple less threes for Martensdale-St. Mary's.
Yeah, Martensdale led 6-4 after one, but we're outscored 18-10 there in that second quarter, and that's the way we stand here, 22-16 at the half. Now we'd like to take a moment to once again thank our title sponsor, the Iowa Farm Bureau, for their support of the state basketball tournament. Earlier this week, the IGHSAU had an opportunity to speak with Farm Bureau President Brent Johnson to learn more about the Farm Bureau support of the Girls Union and student athletes across the state.
Thanks for joining us for the 2024 Girls State Basketball Tournament. I'm Matt Hominoff with the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. We want to thank all of our partners for all the great support we get from around the state. None more important than our proud title sponsor, Iowa Farm Bureau. With me today is the president of the Iowa Farm Bureau, Brent Johnson. Thanks for joining us, Brent.
Yep.
Why does the Iowa Farm Bureau feel so strongly about supporting the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and our tournament games?
Well, Matt, the Iowa Farm Bureau has been the title sponsor for the Girls Union now for 19 years. And once again, very proud to be a part of this year's state girls basketball tournament. And, you know, this tournament highlights the work ethic, teamwork, resilience, and dedication that these girls have contributed for a year's worth of dedication to their craft. And just like that same spirit, the Iowa farmers are the best in what they do across this entire country, not only in production, but also in conservation. And you put all that together, and there's a lot here to celebrate.
Yeah. Your support for the IGHSAU goes beyond youth and education. What other support does the Iowa Farm Bureau provide Iowa's youth?
Yeah. Well, Matt, here at Farm Bureau, we believe that today's youth is tomorrow's leaders, and we're proud to support them in many different ways. One of those is by our scholarship program. Every single year, we give nearly $500,000 across the entire state to those kids so that they can continue their education at a higher level. We've also partnered with the Girls Union and the Boys Association now for several years to offer concussion insurance for those student athletes who compete in sanctioned sports across the entire state so that they can do so at a high level and feel safe doing so. and that is at no cost to that student or their families. Third, we've given teachers across the state nearly $500,000 so that they can properly equip their classrooms to do their jobs better. And most recently, just last year, the Iowa Farm Bureau gave the Iowa FFA Foundation $1 million so that they can properly place ag teachers and ensure that students across the state have an exposure to agriculture and how it affects their lives every day.
Yeah, so the students participating in this year's tournament are taking home some pretty neat souvenirs. But one new item that they're taking home are the championship ball caps. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Oh, absolutely. You know, the girls who are competing at this year's tournament are actually taking home quite a bit of swag this year. Of course, we have the bag tags and the signature basketballs that the girls have been used to seeing over the years. But this year, we've added a championship ball cap so that those girls who actually win the tournament have an extra souvenir to remember that if they put their minds to it, they can accomplish anything.
Well, thanks again, Brent, for both your and everyone at Iowa Farm Bureau's support of the Iowa girl over the years.
In Iowa, we grow corn. A lot of corn. Corn is what supports us. It feeds our livestock, it fuels our vehicles, and powers our state. It nourishes our families. A cash crop? Yeah, but it's way more than that. Corn sustains us. It's who we are. Without it, we'd just be... well, you get the picture. In Iowa, we grow corn. But the truth is, corn grows Iowa.
The thing I love about Clark is that you're never just one thing. I'm not just a student. I'm a future doctor. I'm an athlete on a history-making team. I'm a community member supporting the causes I care about. I'm a friend, a neighbor, a leader. At Clark, you can become anything. What will you be? Be you at CU.
Welcome back to halftime. The cleanup crew working here at the Girls State Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. And a reminder that official state tournament merchandise is now available online. Get your smartphone out and click on that QR code there and scan it on your screen. Or if you can't do that, visit IGHSAU.org to browse and customize your merchandise to match your style. So can't make it out to the tournament, you still want a state tournament shirt, go online and get one. Zarin, you mentioned it before the break. The big figure there for Martensdale-St. Mary's, 1 of 7 from three-point range and just 23.5% shooting overall from the floor for them, and a little uncharacteristic, but good defense playing out of both teams here.
Yeah, the defense has been great, and the other thing that kind of points out to me as well, second chance points. I mentioned that a couple of times. The rebounding is fairly even, but on second chance points, Remsen St. Mary's outscoring Martensdale-St. Mary's in that number. And, of course, you know, those extra opportunities are a key thing.
Looking at the foul situation, 3 personals on Whitney Jensen for Remsen, 2 for Maya Bunkers, a couple others with 1, 2 for Carolyn Amfar, and 2 for Campbell German. So nobody in real foul trouble. Martensdale-St. Mary's was in the bonus twice, but I don't think they ever end up giving up points because they had the one offensive foul, so nobody shot off of that. And that's kind of one of the things we've been watching here throughout the tournament with the new rules this year on 5 fouls each. So you see the shooting percentages there. And
Remsen.
Steals 7, 1 block, you know, points off of turnovers 10 for Remsen. So,
yeah, and we look at individual scoring. I mentioned Remsen being balanced. Well, there's nobody over 7 total points in this contest, and a total of 7 different girls have scored in this game. And of those 7, 5 girls all have 2 points, and then 1 girl has 5 points, 1 girl has 7 points. So 7 different girls have scored.
And now points in the paint, Ricky's had a couple she's taken to the basket, and then Claire Schrader's done some good work underneath there, a couple post-up moves inside. So
yeah,
It's going to be interesting, your strategy here if you're in the Martensdale locker room. What's the talk there?
Yeah, it's just kind of continue to do what we do, right? Keep shooting. As a coach, you're going to tell your shooters, if you miss a few, that's okay. Keep shooting. Eventually, the percentages are going to play out, and eventually, we're going to make our threes. So, yeah, if I'm Martensdale-St. Mary's, of course, Coach Baker, a very experienced coach, won a state title in 2011, as we mentioned. He's just going to tell his players to keep shooting.
Well, let's take another break here, and then we'll come back. We'll be ready for the second half here on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present this amazing state tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's hometown pride, it's hopes and dreams. It's our future leaders, it's a reason to do more and be more. And it's that farm-strong spirit that can only be found in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes and coaches on a successful year, and remember, today's successes are just the beginning of tomorrow's achievements.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
The Iowa Farm Bureau is proud to present this amazing state tournament and celebrate the accomplishments of Iowa's student athletes. To the Iowa Farm Bureau, this is more than just a sport. It's hometown pride, it's hopes and dreams. It's our future leaders, it's a reason to do more and be more. And it's that farm-strong spirit that can only be found in Iowa. Congratulations to the student athletes and coaches on a successful year, and remember, today's successes are just the beginning of tomorrow's achievements.
Back to action. You see the ball put in play right in front of us here at the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. Remsen goes down. It's stolen by Martensdale-St. Mary's. Campbell German picks it off, and Martensdale chance to cut into that lead early on here to start the third quarter. Dar Danielson's Aaron Agasdahl with you. From court side, German on the drive and goes.
And there's German. Yeah, there's a good point in the paint. That's only the fourth point tonight that Martensdale-St. Mary's has scored in the paint. On the other end, Remsen scored 12 of their points in the paint.
On the drive, Jensen, pull up good. Speaking of points in the paint.
Yeah, so now that's 14 points in the paint. They have 24 points in the game.
German back the other way. Oh, that one rolls off the front of the rim. And then a scramble for it. Coming away, back to Ricky. She goes down the floor. Oh, good look under the basket, but it's soft, no good. Frenetic pace to start the third quarter.
Yeah, teams are flying around here. And Martensdale-St. Mary's extra effort nearly got them the ball back, and she trapped, double dribbled.
Shannon double dribbled, and there's that defensive pressure that comes back and gets you.
Yeah, absolutely. And she was just trying to look ahead and find one of her teammates and put the ball back on the floor. I think she was trying to get a pass off there, but put the ball on the floor instead.
They try to go inside to Schrader, and she's fouled.
Yeah, the foul, that was a reach in there by German. So she'll pick up the foul.
Brindley German, her second, first team foul. And Ricky gets it over on the wing. Now down on the block again. Turnaround, short, rebound, pulled down by Baker off the miss by Whitney Jensen.
Good defense by German. She just got called for a foul. She's undersized there on the inside on that particular player. And she had really good defense and turned into the ball going back the other way.
Shannon in, dishes it back outside to Amphar. She goes in and has it stripped. Here's Ricky on the run. Dribbles between two defenders, now goes down, and they say the ball was touched, so there's no traveling. And now back out to Ricky, and timeout called. I think Coach is saying this is getting a little rugged here. Let's slow it down.
Yeah, that's a good timeout by an experienced coach. Coach Scott Willman has been coaching girls basketball for 31 years and a very experienced. He's spent 11 years here at Remsen St. Mary's. He also coached for 20 years at Spalding Catholic. So that now Spalding Catholic, they were absorbed by Galen Catholic in 2012, 2013, but spent 20 years there. And he was not just the girls' coach, he was also the boys' coach
too. Well, Carmen Ricky, man, she goes from 0 to 60 in 4 seconds, doesn't she? Man, she was right through and cut between two defenders, fell down, still kept the ball going. And so now out of the timeout, let's see if they run a set play here for a bucket. Remsen St. Mary's in the white, the Hawks against Martensdale St. Mary's, the Blue Devils in the blue. Oh, they get it into the middle, up and good. Nice play, Haley Bunkers.
And they're going to get, so the bucket is going to be good here. We'll wait for them. I believe the bucket's going to be good, and then they're going to get a foul
on the rebound
on Martensdale St. Mary's. So Remsen's going to get the bucket and the basketball.
That goes on German.
Yep.
So that's the third on German.
They're going to say that she swept her out of there. No landing zone. She swept her out of the lane. So the bucket and the basketball.
And 2 team fouls now already early here in the quarter on Martensdale St. Mary's. Driving in is Bunkers, now back outside to Ricky. Ricky will drive and kick for 3, short. Rebound comes off. Ricky tries to run it down, but she can't get to it, and it'll be Martensdale St. Mary's ball.
And that was a good survive there by Martensdale St. Mary's. They don't want to fall behind by any more.
Yeah, give up, instead of giving up 4 points, at least you stop that one. And then a carry called.
Yep. She called for a carry right as she came across the line. So a turnover. Been a few turnovers here in this third quarter by Martensdale St. Mary's. And now Remsen another opportunity to extend their lead.
Seems like maybe just a little urgency by Martensdale, isn't it? And that can lead to some turnovers. Out front with it, Gallus gets it over to Bunkers. Bunkers kicks it back over. Now Ricky. Bunkers drives, kicks. Here's a 2, short. Rebound pulled down by Brindley German. She almost has it poked away by Ricky. And she'll push it up the floor.
Yeah, and she had to slow down there. She was going to go 1-on-4.
Ooh, and diving in and throwing it up is Campbell German. She got a little out of control. Here comes Ricky back the other way. She puts it up, no good. Rebound, German comes out of there. Brindley German. Martensdale, and she turns and throws it right to Ricky, who stepped right in front of Baker.
Yeah, she thought that her teammate was standing there. Instead, it was Remsen.
Yeah. So a couple trips up and down the floor, no points for either team. And offensive foul now called on Claire Schrader.
Yeah, that was one of those where the defense on the backside was a little handsy, but then on the front side, you'll see here, so there's a little bit of handsiness on the defense on the backside, but the front side is definitely an offensive foul.
You have to give them, they have right to that space too, so.
Just heads up defense. Stand in front of her. She turns around and not knows you're there. She's going to run right through you.
Well, not a lot of scoring to start the third quarter, kind of like we started the first two here. Amphar drives in, loses the handle. Now it's picked up there by Bunkers, Maya Bunkers. And here comes Ricky back with it as we head to the halfway point of the third quarter. Driving a kick for 3. Good by Maya Bunkers.
And Maya Bunkers gets one to go there in a big three-point basket. Now your lead's 11.
Back up to 11. That's been their biggest lead of the day so far. Over to Amphar. She looks at the 3, but is picked up. Gets it to Shannon. Now to Brindley German. Tough man-to-man. German now drives. And one against Haley Bunkers.
Yeah, that play was designed like that. Everybody else goes to the left side of the court, clears out away, and allowed German to drive, and just the extra foul, that's just cherry on top. We'll watch this one on replay. Yeah, just finishes it.
And German to the line. Hits it. That gives her 11 points on the day. And that lead back down to 8. Was that a 30-second timeout? So we'll keep it right here.
And Martensdale, they're used to hitting traditional three-point shots. Well, sometimes you get them to go the old-fashioned way as well.
Yeah, right now you take it, because it's just been back and forth, and you haven't really gained much, but they haven't got so far out that, some of those runs where you've seen teams here that get out by 20, and then it's over. But if they can stay close.
It's only 8 points, and this Martensdale-St. Mary's teams, they make so many three-point baskets. 8 points, that's nothing to catch up.
Yeah, if they can start, we hit a couple of those, you're right back in it here.
Amfar alone had 77 made three-pointers coming into this tournament.
Yeah, out of over 200 shots.
Yeah. She was 77 of 202 coming into the tournament. Shannon, 54 of 152. And then you got Campbell German, who has 21 makes, and Brindley German, who has 28 makes.
Martensdale coming out in pressure here. And they get it across with a few seconds to spare. There's Ricky, Carmen D. Ricky, the senior for Remsen. Over to Haley Bunkers, the freshman. She looks to drive baseline, but guarded there by Campbell German. Inside, good pass and good catch. Schrader, good hands to catch that.
Yeah, soft hands, able to go back up with it, quick movements. Doesn't allow the defense to get in and try to jump it or knock it away.
Campbell German gets it over to Baker. Baker drives in. A little tenuous there and then has it. Well, they're going to call the foul. Got her on the arm.
Yeah, one of the girls had good defense. The other girl came in from the backside and got a little extra contact with arm. So 2 girls there. One of them gets the foul. One of them had good defense.
Be the third team foul. We'll have a substitution. Sophia Shannon coming in for Martensdale-St. Mary's, an IMT Insurance substitution. Franey, and now trouble, and it's going to stay with Martensdale-St. Mary's.
Yeah, Remsen crowd doesn't like that one. They thought it was just thrown out of bounds, but the ball was tipped last second.
Yeah, I think she had her on the end of her fingers as it was going out of bounds. And the official right on top of it.
Right there.
There's Brindley German trying to set the offense. They've had trouble getting it down here. They got it down to 6 at the half, but built back up to 11, now at 10. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Brindley German drives, puts it in.
Yeah, and great communication by Brindley German and Campbell German. Brindley picked up her dribble. She wanted her dribble back, so she gave it off to Campbell and said, here, give me the ball back quickly.
Holly Bunkers over to Ricky. They're looking into the post down there. Now up top, Maya Bunkers gets it to Haley. She puts it up in and out, no good. Rebound ripped down by Campbell German, the senior. Here's Brindley German. Dribbles in, kicks it out. And again, they tried the three, but quick closeout. Didn't allow her to get it off. Now good lob inside. Oh, nice look as she rolled to the basket, Sophia Shannon, but couldn't quite handle the pass.
Yeah, and both Campbell and Brindley will go off and play softball at the University of South Dakota. They were the 1A runner-up in softball, if you remember back. They were really good.
Ellie Baker in for Martensdale. Tessa Tettinger in for Remsen for your IMT insurance substitutions. Learn how you can be worry-free at IMTIMS.com. Well, pressure again by Martensdale. St. Mary's. This time a little more effective, but they're going to just get it across with a second to spare. Ricky, inside feed, turn around, short. Battle for the rebound, put back off the side of the basket. Now they kick it out for three. Good! Oh, that's a killer there on the scramble.
More second chance opportunities for Remsen St. Mary's and more buckets.
And they up that lead back up to 33-23. There's the miss. Rebound comes off. Ricky will take it up. Over to Gallus, now down to Tettinger. Back up top, they'll work the clock a little bit. About a 30-second difference between the shot and the game clock here as we wind down the third quarter. Over to Haley Bunkers. There's a three, no good. And that'll hit out of bounds off the miss.
Yeah,
by
good
Whitney Jensen.
Good extra effort there trying to go after that basketball, but just had her foot on the line as she was jumping up to go get that one. That's Bunkers, the freshman of the Bunkers. You got Maya, the senior.
Riley Fugate, Carly Franey back in for Martensdale, and Claire Schrader back in for Remsen for your IMT insurance substitution. So just a second difference here between the shot and the game clock.
Yeah, of course, that second, if they shoot the last buzzer, the second's going to run out with the ball in the air.
Yeah. And they're going to call a held ball, and that'll stay with Martensdale. Yeah, in high school, it's not like college where it stops in the last, it goes through. So if you shoot it late, chances are clock's going to wind down. Ridley German gets it in there to Campbell German. Over to left now. Brindley will pull it back out. 10 seconds. She'll put up the three. No good. Follows her own shot. Gets it. Drives back in. Puts it up. Oh, can't get it off the glass. Gets it back. Puts it up again. Oh, almost had a buzzer
Foul. There's
beater.
a foul. Foul.
There is a foul down there.
Yep, they're going to call a foul, I believe, on Martensdale-St. Mary's. So it's going to go towards Remsen-St. Mary's. They're calling a foul at the buzzer.
Campbell German.
So they're going to say there was a foul called as the buzzer expired. So it'll be the end of the third quarter with a foul added to Campbell German.
And it won't hurt the team.
No.
Team fouls because they're going to wipe that away. So we'll go to the fourth quarter, 33-23, a 10-point lead here for Remsen at the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
At MidAmerican Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. MidAmerican Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Frank, when you think Fairway, you think fresh. Is that the winning culture you've tried to create?
Penelope Pineapple, what an unbelievable produce performance. How does your team stay so fresh?
Sun-kissed orange. Is it true Fairway has offered the freshest produce in town since 1938?
What can we say? Our produce is so fresh, we're speechless.
We'll go to the fourth quarter in this 1A quarterfinal. Remind you that the Iowa Bankers Association proud sponsor as the bucket goes up. Claire Schrader hits it to start the quarter. Iowa Bankers proud sponsor of the Parade of Champions, the Iowa Student Achievement Award. And that makes it a 12-point lead. That third quarter, Brindley German had all seven, the only 7 points for Martensdale-St. Mary's. There she goes down the lane again. Starts them off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
They're going to need somebody else to start hitting a little bit, aren't they, Aaron?
Yeah, what about that scoop layup there by Brindley German? That looked pretty nice. And
that gives her 15 points. Get it inside. Maya Bunker spins.
Traveled,
yep.
And we will update you as well. The officiating crew did come over and update us, and we were correct on that. So the foul happened simultaneously with the buzzer going off. So what happens there is it's a foul charged to Martensdale-St. Mary's.
And it was only the third team foul,
right.
So there's no shooting. Had it been the fifth, they still would have shot it with no time on the clock.
Correct.
German drives again. Oh, one-handed push shot goes.
11 straight.
She's trying to bring him back, keep him close. Down to 8 points now. Ricky down the lane and is hammered by Campbell German.
That's going to be another one on Campbell German. I believe that's going to be her fourth now.
Yep. And the first team foul of the fourth quarter.
They are going to sub her out. I'm guessing she won't sit out very long because they need her aggressiveness in the game, but they're going to have to sit her out at least for a couple of minutes.
And Carmody Ricky hits her first points since the first half. She's got 8 now.
So Sophia Shannon came in to replace Campbell German, and there's 2 free throws, so that was another IMT insurance substitution. Brindley German with it now. She's the only one to score here in the third and fourth quarter so far. Oh, and they looked to go to her again. She wasn't looking. It would have been a tough pass either way. Yeah, Amfar looked inside, but German wasn't ready for the pass there.
They've gotten the lead down to, what was it, 6 at one point. They haven't been able to get it any lower than that, and then a foul will be called on the push.
Yeah, Fugate's going to pick up this foul here for Martensdale-St. Mary's. Just the feet were right next to each other, and then a little bit of extra push.
And for Fugate, that's her third. Oh, good look right into the middle, up and way to complete it. Schrader took that strong off the inbound pass.
Yeah, and Remsen's is going toe for toe right now with Martindale. They don't need to do anything special, and we'll have a timeout coming. Full.
It's a full timeout, so we'll take a break here at the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
At American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
See the fans here at the Girls State Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau. St. Mary's fans happy right now as they have a 12-point lead. Dar Danielson's Aaron Eggesdahl on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. And I mentioned it, Brindley German has all 11 points in the second half here. They just haven't been able to get anybody else on tracks, Aaron.
But again, it's only 12 points. That's 4 three-pointers.
Yeah, you get a couple threes, and who knows? Martensdale-St. Mary's in the blue. They'll start with possession here out of the timeout with a little over 6 minutes to go. Brindley German, looked to go down low, but stepping right in there.
Yeah,
thinking it was Schrader.
Remsen's defense is taking away all these threes. They have a excellent game plan defensively coming in, well executed by.
And I think you're right. If you're close to the line, they're guarding you. If you get out real deep, they're going to let you shoot it. And so far, they haven't had many shots. Ricky drives off the basket, gets her own rebound, powers it up and good. Carmody Ricky.
Another second chance point for Remsen St. Mary's.
German the other way, up off the glass, no good. And a little frustration you see on her face as she drove in there but couldn't get it to go. Back the other way. They'll rotate it around. Ricky looks at the 3 drives, and she'll get a little hip check from Riley Fugate. And I think that'll be her 4th personal.
10-2 is second chance points now for Remsen St. Mary's. They're outscoring Martensdale-St. Mary's 10-2 in second chance points and 20-12 in the paint.
Inside look, no good. A rebound comes down to Franey. Here's Shannon with it. Shannon puts up the 3, no good. Rebound to Ricky.
Shannon's going to go play college basketball at one of the better NAIA programs in the country. She's going to Briarcliff, who's a top 10 team and has been for a while there in NAIA basketball in Sioux City.
Up top now inside to Ricky, and it's blocked, but a foul's called.
Yeah, I think it got the back of the arm. It came from the backside officials.
If that's Fugate, she's going to sit down. She's done for the day, I believe.
Yeah, so what they're going to do is they're going to put German back in, Campbell German back in. But again, Campbell German also has 4 fouls, so Fugate has to go to the bench. Campbell German comes in. She also has 4, so if she picks up 1.
And that's 14 fouls as well.
Yeah.
So, Ricky to the line. And she hits it. Ricky's 3 of 3 from the free throw line today.
Ricky is a 60%, almost 70% free throw shooter on the season.
And she hits that one, gives her 13 points on the day. And the lead, as wide as this has been, 16 points here. As Blue Devils, there's a good look inside. Oh, can't complete it. Then gets the ball back, and they'll call a held ball.
Yeah, which is good because if they're blowing a whistle there, it's either a held ball or it's foul number 5 on Campbell, Germany. If you watch this one on replay on the missed shot. And so we'll have a timeout.
Full timeout, so we'll take a break too here at the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
At American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
You're watching the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Darn Danielson, Zarin Egestall. Martensdale-St. Mary's has just had trouble finding points here in this second half, really. They got it down to 6 at halftime, but haven't been able to gain any ground there, Zarin.
Yeah, and 16 right now, and it's starting to get to the point where it's going to be really tough, but Martensdale-St. Mary's, again, we'll keep stressing it. They usually make a lot of threes. They're 3 of 15 from beyond the arc so far in this contest. Just haven't been able to get them to fall.
Winner here advances to play Newell Fonda. And Newell Fonda, every year, they're right back here, aren't they?
And the reason why is because of the way they play. And Remsen plays similar. It's going to be that's going to be a game where it's going to be rough and tough and full court pressure by the two teams, fighting for every rebound. It's going to be a wild semifinal game if they're able to hang on here.
Here's Remsen with it. Up top, Gallus gets it over to Ricky. They wind the shot clock down to 10. Jensen off to Schrader, now back to Jensen. 5 seconds, she drives, kicks for 3. No good underneath.
Displacement.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to get a foul on the shot clock buzzer on Shannon. Shannon displaced the defender. That's been something that they're been really hounding on, is allowing a landing zone, allowing the defender to be able to come, or the offender to be able to come down. So she displaced her there, and that's where the foul is going to come in.
Second on Shannon. Be the 5th team foul, so they'll be shooting 2 here.
Yeah. And Shannon will be the shooter because she was the one displaced. That's what the referees are talking about. Or, excuse me, not Shannon. Bunkers will be the shooter as she was the one. They wear the same number. Bunkers will be the one that will be the shooter.
And displacement's a kind of way of saying she shoved her out of the way.
Yeah,
underneath the basket.
Yeah, the correct, the.
We've got a high arcer that goes right through. Bunkers with 6 points now. And one more free throw coming. Another arcer that barely ripples the net there, and she's got 7 points.
Yeah.
She'll go to the bench. We'll have an IMT insurance substitution. Go ahead.
You know, everybody has their own shooting style, right? Some people like the line drive. Some people like the really high arcer. Some people just, a nice, easy arc. I mean, everybody has their own style. What works for them?
As long as it goes in.
Yeah. That's all the coach cares about.
Yeah. So an 18-point advantage here.
It's kind of like your batting stance, right? Everybody has a
different one.
As long as you can make contact with the ball, that's all we care about.
Oh, good backdoor. Yep, and a good recovery on defense by Jensen. And that's been the story of the game here. Whenever Martensdale looks like they're on the attack, Remsen comes up with a big defensive stop, and Ricky will pull it out here. They're going to bleed a little the clock off.
Yeah, in no hurry with this lead.
Get it over to Haley Bunkers. She's back in there. They'll probably take it down to about 10, which it is now, before they move toward the offense. And then they're going to get Brindley German will get foul number 4.
Yeah, she was not impressed with the foul call there.
No, it was kind of a excuse me foul, but that's 4 on her. So
yeah, So she has 4. Campbell German has 4. Fugate already fouled out. And they only go about 7 deep, so there's not a whole lot of depth on the bench.
Jensen, her first trip to the charity stripe, gets the first one. She's got 10 points on the day. Second one is good.
And they're running right with Brindley German. They're kind of keeping a girl on her.
I correct myself. She has 8 points on the day.
Because she's been so electric offensively. They do get it into her, though.
And up and good.
She just never stops moving. If you look that way, she just never stops moving. As soon as they got across the line, Brindley German was just running around the entire time until she finally shook the defender. Relentless.
And again, just going to wind the clock down here. Ricky. Force them, if they foul, it's automatic 2 shots over to Haley Bunkers. Clock down to 10 now. Lob it into Ricky. She kicks it out. On the drive, step through is good by Jensen. Now Jensen has 10 with that bucket.
And they're going to go quick here. Oh, they try to get
2 minutes.
Yeah, they try to get Amfar set up for a 3. Didn't pull the trigger, and it looks like the cavalry is coming in here for Martensdale-St. Mary's.
Excuse me, Carmody Ricky, I think, got the foul there. Her first. First team foul. Campbell German looking for her first points of the day. Averaged 9. Misses that one. We're going to see wholesale substitutions.
Yep. A curtain call for the seniors. Sophia Shannon, Brindley German. They get the curtain call. One of the girls has to stay because I'm guessing one of the girls is coming in for Campbell German.
Yeah, because Campbell's shooting, so she won't come out yet.
Yeah, so one of the girls has to stay, and that's what the conversation is. Yeah, they're doing a curtain call for the seniors. So they replaced all the seniors except for, of course, Campbell German, who's at the free throw line.
So your multiple IMT insurance substitutions here.
Yep, a curtain call for the seniors. Sophia Shannon, Amfar, Brindley German, and then Campbell German as soon as either this free throw is missed or made or the next dead ball. So there it is. So now she'll get a curtain call with the rest of her teammates as well.
Yeah. So that's her. Campbell German will go out with 1 point. And let's see, for Remsen, Carson Oberrender is in there. Also in there is Autumn Elbert. Carly Franey is back in. We got a foul call.
Yeah, they're going to call that one against one of the substitutes, Autumn Elbert, the junior, is going to get called for a foul on a push.
And Riley Kentfield, the freshman, in there. Let's see, who else have I got I didn't mention? I know, but to the line will be Grace Gallus, the sophomore for Remsen St. Mary's. It's a pretty free throw right through there. Gets a congratulations from her teammates as they'll lead up to 20. That one misses.
Remsen's 9 of 11 with those 2 free throws from the free throw line in this game.
Martensdale had it cut to 6 at halftime, but then they just could not get the offense back going again for the longest time.
3 of 15 from deep, 20%.
Yeah, Campbell German's free throw was the only other point scored by anybody other than Brindley German in the second half for Martensdale-St. Mary's.
Yeah, both teams getting all their girls' experience. Again, second straight year for both these two teams.
Kentfield on the baseline, kicks it out for 3. Good by Carly Franey.
And she's just one of the sophomores that is hoping to keep this train rolling here for Martensdale-St. Mary's in years to come.
And Remsen in the melt the clock mode here. Inside Haley Bunkers, no good. Rebound comes off to Martensdale as we go under a minute to play. Remsen, the 3 seed, will advance to place the 2 seed, Newell Fonda.
Yeah, and last year Remsen made the semifinals, lost to the eventual champion in Bishop Garrigan. And, that could be, again, a situation where whoever comes out on top between this Remsen-St. Mary's team and Newell Fonda. Of course, you got two really good teams at the top half of the bracket, but, a very good teams down here could again.
Guess what? We had another held ball.
Yeah.
Had a lot of those today, but that's from a good attacking defense, and it just Remsen got the push ahead there, and Martensdale could not come back.
Also, this 1A bracket goes chalk. Number 1 beats number 8, number 4 beats 5, 2 beats 7, and now 3 is going to beat 6.
There's a bucket. I didn't see who hit that. I was talking to you.
J.C. Holman, actually, the senior.
Okay.
There's Colin Holman, who's really good junior for Remsen-St. Mary's boys basketball team.
And that one comes off. I believe that's going to be the ball game here, as they're going to wind the clock down. And Remsen will advance with the 52-33 win here over Martensdale-St. Mary's. We'll have the post-game presentations coming up on the Girls Union Digital Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Yeah, really fun game, and we knew it would be, close, throughout. It pretty much was. I mean, the ending score is a little bit,
Yeah, because, Martensdale was always right there, as you said, if they could just get a couple threes. But credit the defense of Remsen. They really clamped down on the outside.
Yeah, that was their thing, is they took away the three-point shot. What does Martensdale want to do? They wanted to make threes. They weren't allowed to because of the Remsen defense.
All right, let's go down to the floor once again. The floor announcer.
Fans, please direct your attention to the court for the awards presentation. In addition to receiving medallions, each participating player will receive a commemorative basketball provided by the Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Presenting awards from the IGHSAU, our Executive Director Gene Berger and Basketball Administrator Gary Ross. Congratulations to head coach Tim Baker and the Blue Devils from Martensdale-St. Mary's on an outstanding basketball season. And now Carmen D. Ricky will advance her team to the next round on the official bracket at center court. Congratulations, Hawk fans. Your team advances to the 1A semifinals and will play Newell Fonda on Friday at 3:15.
Friday at 3:15 is the 1A semifinals. Aaron, always a pleasure working with you here today.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun as you watch the replays here, and it was a lot of fun. A really fun game. Good basketball. That's the end of the quarterfinals, and semifinals are next.
Yep, coming up. So thanks to Gavin at the controls today. I'm Dar Danielson. That's going to wrap it up with the Girls State Basketball Tournament presented by the Iowa Farm Bureau.
Good night.